Tennessee stays red hot on the recruiting trail. Another big win for this staff for Josh Heupel and company. Frank, House of Orange TV, like, share, subscribe. It is free. Dig over 4,400. Thank you guys so much for your support along the way here. This was one, Salesi Moa. Let me get the name in there so I'm not beating around the bush. Salesi Moa, elite athlete out of Utah. Is of all, it's believed it came, well, it was said he was choosing between Tennessee, Utah, and Michigan State. Everything I've been reading, well, I'll give the VolQuest guys, I talk about them, I mentioned them some. They've said the whole time that they didn't come out and say Tennessee, but they said the fact that it keeps going, they think could be a good thing. And that's not quote for quote, but I'm just kind of putting together what Price, Hubbs, and Ray have all said, at least, that they felt the whole time the safe pick for Moa was Utah, and that's believed who it came down to. But they said the fact that he had not already made that pick kind of made you wonder. Well, the announcement was made at 3. I didn't actually see it. I kind of forgot it because this morning I was looking and people were saying they thought it was Utah. And so I really kind of didn't put a lot of stock into it. And then I just happened to check my phone and saw where he committed. So this is a big one. This is a big one. According to Rivals, their industry ranking or what, 4-star, number 49 prospect in the country. On3 had him, I think it was around 46 and ESPN 35, but it was, I can't see all the 24/7 rankings, but I saw something about he's a composite 5-star on 24/7. So elite athlete, 6'2", 175. Now I'm sure the weight, depending on what site you see it on, could fluctuate some. But the analysis is this guy, it's said that he's recruited as a wide receiver, but Steve Wilfong, 24/7, he says that he can play both sides of the ball. And I have seen some mention about thought that maybe Tennessee was recruiting him on both sides of the ball. This staff, man, and I said it earlier on, I said, we're going to find out, can they close? Well, we're getting that answer in a resounding way. And I think, they went on their string of commits where they were adding, and then, you were adding solid guys to your class. Then you start getting up here into the Braden Rouses, the Joel Wyatts, now the Salesi Moas, just to name a few. There's more. Don't get me wrong on that. Those are the main ones off the top of my head. This staff is recruiting well. This staff's doing a lot of good things right now. And are they perfect? Do they do everything right? Not a single staff does. There's not any fan base in America that's 100% of the time happy with their coach. None of them are. But this staff's doing an excellent job. On3, or it's Rivals again. I keep calling it On3. It is Rivals again. Now, Rivals has them the 12th overall class, but that could climb. I mean, this one moved them up, I think, from 14th to 12th in the rankings is where it was. Of course, you got Joel Wyatt earlier in the week. It's been a good week there. Now, it shifts to who's left. I mean, the big ones left on the board are Tristan Keys and Savion Hyder. That is your two big ones that are left. Keys is still committed to LSU. I keep seeing stuff everywhere, not only from Tennessee writers, but national writers talking about Tennessee's really pushing in this one. But I also see that Texas A&M is in that one for Keys as well. Hyder announces, I believe it was August 19th. It's really believed it's Tennessee, Michigan on that one. And we'll see how it goes with it as well. But, man, Tennessee could legitimately add Moa, Keys, and Hyder. It is very realistic. Will they? Remains to be seen. But it is definitely very realistic. And, there's Darius Gray who commits later on in the month. I've seen where it says Tennessee's charging hard for him. I also saw Austin Price, VolQuest.com, saying he really doesn't think Tennessee will be the pick. But according to the national article this week, it said that Gray did say Tennessee is recruiting him the hardest. Tennessee will push for these defensive ends. Harris, who's committed to Auburn, Givens, who's committed to Texas A&M. But I could have found some video put up here. I don't know. I'm real reluctant on video because I've gotten dinged on it before, and I'm just not. I don't know. I would rather run my mouth, I guess, than video. What we may look at some point here on maybe Monday night on our live show. We will. But again, this staff, man, they keep rolling. It's a good commitment. Again, Will Fong says he's a terrific two-way player, an alpha competitor that has the traits to be dominant on both sides of the ball, whether he's on offense or defense. He's attacking the football. Good size, explosive ability. In events where the best players in the country were competing, he was always one of the best on the field. An outstanding pick him, and someone I expect to be one of the best players for the Vols by year 2 in Knoxville. So you add him to the receiving core. You've already got Tyreek King. You got Legend Bay. And again, Tristan Keys is legit. I mean, could legitimately happen. He's still an LSU commit, though, as we speak. But King is very good. Legend Bay is good. You're going to have upwards of 7 scholarship receivers returning next year, barring that someone doesn't hit the portal. Now you've at least got 3 as of now, and hopefully you add that 4th one as well. That would be a very, very deep and talented wide receiver room, probably one of the best we've seen on campus in a while as far as top to bottom talent, in my opinion. I mean, you just go look at the ratings on these guys. You look at their skills, their abilities on it. I know the numbers are down this year. I don't think that will be the case after next year. And again, if you return everybody back, which is all of them are underclassmen, that's a very, very deep room next year. That'll be some big-time competition in that one. But great day for Tennessee again. This staff keeps rolling on the recruiting trail. And again, all eyes next are, from what I can recall right now, Hyder is the next one, but that's a few weeks off at this point. All eyes will be on that one. That's really kind of the big fish. I don't know. You could say him and Keys 1A, 1B that as what's left. But, man, if you're Tennessee, you're Faison Brandon, you're all these guys, you've got to be pretty happy with what they're bringing in to put around him. And, even Merklinger and McIntyre, you're watching who's coming in next year to play with you. The trajectory, I said we'll do some content on that. Probably do that tomorrow. The trajectory, though, of this program is very high right now based on the talent that's on campus. You guys have a great rest of your Thursday. This is Frank. This is the House of Orange. I'll see you when I see you.